Hey there, it's me, Steph Stanford, the happiness expert. You have made it so far. You've gone through all of the first three steps. You've put in a lot of time and effort to get yourself here, and I want to remind you how far you've come. You have learned that when fear creeps in, when you start to feel it, those overwhelming feelings, you stop because you're aware that it's fear, and you ask for help not feeling it. Step two, you learned that if you love and listen fully, love comes in and goes out, and that creates opportunity and opens doors for you. You're able to receive more guidance than you've ever had before. And you've learned, step three, you have learned that you have to move closer to the source. And just like that tree sitting by the side of the river, if you're close to the source, you'll prosper in every area of your life. And the simplest way to move close to the source is to start nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself in more and more ways. I gave you three examples. Do you remember what they were? I said accept yourself, be your best friend to yourself, and forgive yourself. Okay, so you got the three steps. Here comes the fourth. It's the easiest one, really. So simple, you're going to kind of laugh and say, is that all? But it's the one that sometimes trips people up. Sometimes folks don't want to take this last step. Here is step 4 to help you move from fear to faith so you can transform your life. The fourth thing that I do and that you need to do is very simple. You need to move. That's it. Move. Here's the deal. The first 3 steps helped you work on your spiritual side. They helped you build your energy. They helped you feel positive. They helped you work out negative thoughts and move in positive energy. It's all the stuff you do when you're training for a game. Think of World Soccer, World Cup. You're running, you're exercising, you're looking at strategies, you're practicing. That's what all that is. You're practicing and you're doing things to start working fear out of your life. But the transformation part and the faith part really comes in when you choose to do something. Now, what I want you to remember is this. You don't have to move fast, and you don't have to move far. What I've learned is baby steps count for a lot. Now, remember, you've been asking for help all along. You've been making time to be quiet and listening to that guidance. So now's your time to take it. This is when fear really jumps in. It's so funny. You've made it past fear. You're feeling all confident, ready to go. As soon as you say, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm taking a step forward. That's when fear comes back like, rawr, in a bigger force than ever. So you might have to return back to step 1 or 2 to remind yourself how to get past it. But it's important that you take this final step because it's the only way to score a goal in a game. And it's the only way to really get you where you want to go. You have to stand up and take a baby step in the direction of your dreams. As I said, it doesn't have to be big. Let me give you some examples. If you are looking for a new job, you might have been putting in applications, you've been on your computer, you've been to every job fair, you've called all your old friends. But after meditating, you had a feeling like you should go to a book fair. You had a feeling like you should go to a networking event. You had a feeling that maybe you should go to a meditation class. Do it. Go. Take a baby step. And by the way, take your resume along with you. You just have no idea why the guidance was given to you. So take the baby step and do it. You got to move. Let's say that you want to have a new relationship. This is where people say, but what can I do to make a new relationship happen in my life? Well, there are some things you can do. Again, first, you got to go back to that guidance that you already received. But the next thing you can do is start to clean out your own energy and your own life. Read positive books about relationships and about love. Talk to friends who have successful relationships and ask them what's worked for them, what they do, what's helping their relationship grow. Maybe you could see a counselor and get rid of all the old feelings and the old hurts that you used to have about other people. Because you got to clear out that old and get rid of it before you can move forward. But you need to move if you want that new relationship. A baby step, but you got to move. Maybe you want to have a business. You've been dreaming about it like I had for a very long time, and you just haven't done anything about it. Well, nobody said you had to quit your job and invest your life savings. That's a huge step. That's a leap. What you need to do is take a baby step. An example would be start a Facebook page. Tell people what you do or what you're interested in doing. If you are a chef or a baker or you want to be, make some cupcakes. Take them to church afterwards and sell them. Or maybe you have an all-girls party at your house. Have 3 or 4 different samples and ask your girlfriends which ones are the best. How much would you pay? Gather some information. The point is, if you want to have a business, you're going to have to take some steps. You're going to have to move. They can be baby steps. That's okay. Remember, when you choose to actually move forward, when you've done all the spiritual work and you're starting to make your life transform in the physical world, that fear might show up again, and that's okay. Remember, this is a practice that we get better and better at. If you have to, go on back to step 1 and remember how you eradicated fear from your life at that point. Here's the amazing thing about moving. If you take just a little step, then the universe shows up with a little step too. Just to reinforce, just to encourage, just to say you're on the right track. I see you. So that is evidence for you and encouragement for you that you need to keep going. You need to keep taking steps. It's not that you take one and sit around and wait and see what will happen. It's that you continue to be consistent in moving forward using that guidance that you're hearing while you're listening. Okay? Moving is step 4. Baby steps are okay. Fear might pop up again. It's all right. It's a process. You just go back to step 1, move that fear out of the way, and start to transform your life by taking steps and moving. I know that was probably easier or simpler than you thought. Perhaps step 4 wasn't what you expected, but it's the one that really counts. You have to move in order to get someplace. You have to take a step to get where you want to go. There's an ancient Chinese proverb that I love. It is this: the journey of a lifetime starts with just one step. So take just one step. If you take one step per week, you'll get there eventually. I want to leave you with this. Last year, I decided to write a book. It's called Happy Ain't That Hard, and I wrote it so that I could bring all of the lessons that I learned over years and years about how to be happy when your life is filled with chaos into one spot, so I could share it with people who were having a hard time. But I had never written a book before. I wasn't a professional author or an English major or any of those things. I didn't have a publisher or a lot of money to publish a book. I didn't really know exactly what to do. But I heard a woman speak, and she said, if you'll take just 20 minutes a day and work towards your goal, you will get there eventually. She didn't say you had to speed through. She didn't say 7 days a week you had to do it. She said, devote 20 minutes a day toward your goal, and you'll get there. You know what? That's what I did. That's what I did. It took me about a year to write this book. There were highs and lows, times I thought, what am I doing? Times I had faith and times I had fear. But the important thing is that I kept taking baby steps. I kept moving towards this goal. And eventually, I finished that book. Then I went online and I took some more baby steps, and I learned how to publish it yourself. I learned what type of copyright information needed to be in the front. The point is, I consistently took baby steps and moved myself forward until I got there. And you can do the same thing. Baby steps, but step 4 is you gotta move. If I did it, you can do it. I'm 100% confident you can do it. Because remember, you have this great superpower working on your side. So I want you to know I am so impressed and so proud of you for listening to each and every one of these steps. Just listening, you've done a great job. You've proven that you're ready to transform your life. You're ready to change. That's taking a step in itself. So I hope that you'll continue to look at these steps over and over and apply them in your life with constant practice. And you're going to get better, and you're going to see your life transform. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. This has been moving from fear to faith in 4 easy steps. And for the last time, I am Steph Stanford, the happiness expert. You can find me at www.stephstanford.com, and I hope to hear from you and how successful you've become as you transformed your own life and moved from fear to faith. Thanks so much.